Hey guys, Gary J here. A very common problem with Challengers is this right here. This is your tail light here, your middle light, and seldom do they always match up. You can see the difference here. This is it's not much, quarter inch, close to quarter inch higher the trunk is. And looking at the other side, we have about the same or maybe a tad more, but they don't always line up the way you want them to, and it should be, if I push down real hard, a little bit too much, right? It should line up right. So let's see if we can fix that. If we can fix this, it's going to be right here. I've already pulled this loose right here. This is where your trunk attaches. I'm going to turn this camera around. And you got, where my thumb is, you got a bolt here, and you got one on the other side. And looking at it, if I loosen these bolts and tap this catch right here, that downward, maybe a quarter inch, it should pull the trunk in alignment, as long as you do it evenly on straight down. So let's see how that works. And I've got a wrench here. Get that for this 10mm wrench. So let's see how that works. So what I did was I took a wrench and it's 10mm bolt and loosened this up. And right here, you see a little, by my fingernail, this little white mark right here. I tap this down. It don't take anything to tap it down. About a quarter of an inch. And it's the same on both sides. You see that white? That's the metal. So I tapped it down about a quarter of an inch. And then I tighten these 10mm bolts back. So the trunk latch is actually a quarter inch lower than it was before. Okay, so that should bring down the trunk when it catches, because it's going to have to go all the way down to catch on this, right? And so that's what I did to adjust the lights on the trunk. And if you do that, and for some reason your trunk's still not quite right, go back to these. Let me get that in the light. These plastic screws right here. Go back to these right here and screw them. Make sure you screw them all the way down if you need to go down lower, or if it's cock-sided a little bit, one side a little bit higher than the other, you may have to go to the other side, one or the other, and adjust that until you get the trunk lid level. Okay. Now this is pretty simple right here. Now, generally, if you're going to pull this loose right here, it's got these plastic studs in here, and you're going to find that you're going to have one where my finger is here. You got one on this side, you got your trunk release, and then you have another one on this side. These two are going to have to come out, and you know they make a tool for that, but a screwdriver will work to pry that up too. And so that's all you're going to do is unloosen these two bolts right here, and push this down, tap it down, and then tighten it back up. And that should realign your lights. Now you may notice this looks pretty even right here. on this one because I did an adjustment on it. And if you have a Challenger and it's uneven across here, on the other side it's pretty even, just a tad higher maybe, not much at all. But if you have that problem, it's a common problem. It's kind of aggravating, and you see that on Challengers all the time. And what happens is, I guess a couple of things finally settled on it. Okay, I went in and adjusted this plastic nut here, screwed it up, and now we're perfect. I do it a couple of times to get it up high enough, but see now it's perfect on the right side, the passenger side, and on the driver's side it's perfect. So that worked out really well on adjusting your line across here, getting your trunk lined up, and that only takes 5 minutes really. So that's a real easy fix. Thanks for watching, guys. Gary J.